Yes, so we've been getting quite a few calls on
Yeah.
air, so it's interesting.
Well, hopefully you can all start calling in for Usha now.
Exactly.
Wait till you hear some of the things that she does here. It's
That's
fantastic.
not, yeah, that's not live stream yet, but I think they will be soon.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Now, now, Usha, I wanted to say that we're emphasizing relationships.
Yes.
And so anyone that wants to call in with any question, I think.
Any questions?
But if
Yeah.
it's to do with relationships, that would be really good. And I see you brought your cards. And
Yes.
cartomancy is
Cartomancy.
one of the things that you do. Can you hold one up?
Sure.
So they can see
Absolutely.
what it is and tell us again.
So these are regular playing cards,
Mm-hmm.
and each card has a separate meaning.
Okay.
And yet, when they come in combinations with other cards, they have different meanings as well. And I chose to use playing cards ever since I was a teenager because with my tarot deck, my grandma said, if you want true love in your life, you should put your tarot deck away. So I did. I went and buried them and then learned how to do these from a grand aunt of mine who was a very strong psychic and clairvoyant, and she was a very
in India,
hyper medium. Yes.
Okay.
So then I learned this from her.
Okay, fantastic. So you just use those wonderful cards as for your readings as well?
Yes, at times when I need certain definitive answers for dates and times and things like that.
So if some of our viewers want to call in, you might be using the cards
Absolutely,
a little bit.
sure.
Okay. Well, now we're opening the lines up now because we want to just intersperse the calls this time rather than waiting to the end, because we waited a little too long and people were calling right at the end.
Yeah.
So we want you to go ahead and call. You probably know of Usha being here, and I just recommend it very much. Okay, Usha. So you were born in India, and at 5 was your grandmother took you to see the Sufi saint?
Sai Nasir Fakir, yes. My mother took me to see him.
Your mother did, okay.
Because at 18 months I had polio.
Yes.
And so I was paralyzed back down. And so the doctors in India and Germany and England gave her no hope for recovery for me.
Okay.
So she decided to take me to see Sai Nasir Fakir, who was a Sufi saint. And it's his blessing. I have received his hand on me, on my head as a blessing, and he said, as you grow older, you will walk.
You will walk.
And I do walk.
And didn't he tell you, we have someone on the line already.
Already?
But let me just say, David, we're going to get you in a minute, but didn't he tell you that you would be a blessing to many people when you grew?
Yes, he said that she will be a healer.
A healer.
And so my mother thought I'd be a doctor. So she pressed me to become, go into medical
you're from
science.
India, aren't you? You're supposed to be a doctor.
There you go. Doctors or engineers, that's the push.
Yeah. Can hold on just a moment. We want to welcome David to the show. Is this David? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, David. Did you already have a question for Usha?
I do have a question for Usha.
Okay, can you hear Usha?
Hi, David. How are you?
A little bit louder if possible. Okay, what's your question?
Can you hear me clearly?
Yes. We can hear you
great.
now. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I was calling because I've been laid off for over a year. Hello?
Yes, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay. I've been laid off for a year now, and I was wondering, do you see me getting work anytime soon?
Well, let's look. How old are you, David?
49.
49? It
Yes.
comes with that you work with technology, is that right?
Yes, I do.
Oh, okay. Well, I feel a job is still at a distance for you. How's your health?
Well, currently I'm on dialysis for the last 3 months.
All right, that's why I kept seeing things with your health. So I would say focus on that, on getting better soon. And I would recommend that you look around for something different than what you used to do. So it is a life-changing course, but I feel that you will definitely be able to move forward if you change the field that you're working in. Good luck, David.
What do you see me changing to?
Pardon me?
Do you see something that I should move into besides technology?
I feel it's more with working with other people versus with the technical equipment that you're accustomed to working with. So I feel it will be life-changing for you. I do feel within the next 6 months that you will have progress with your financial aspects, with your career, with your new career.
Okay.
All right, wonderful.
Good luck.
Can I have one other question?
A
Just
quick
one quick
question.
question.
We want to have a
Sure.
little interview here. What is your quick question?
With this layoff and being off work for a year, my relationship with my wife has kind of struggled. Do you see anything going on there? I mean, as far as us getting, closer together or what?
Well, a man's ego goes through a huge change when a career is questioned or is not there very strongly. So talk to her. Keep the communication lines open. I do believe that there is a strong relationship there. So I say keep the communication open and don't feel that you absolutely must get back in the same field that you were part of before.
Okay. Thank you so much, Usha.
You're welcome. Thank you for calling.
You have a good night.
Thank you for calling, David. Hope you enjoy the rest of the show and call back again soon. Okay. Yeah. Well, we were talking until the lines are open, and you can see it's coming up right now. And but until we get a call, let's talk a little bit more about what he told you. And it's an amazing that you're walking, and it's amazing to you, and that you're helping many other people. I mean, sometimes, we start out with something like that, and it's like you're talking about looking at the good thing in the moment. Look what happened.
Absolutely.
I'm not saying that I'm glad that happened to you. That I'm not saying.
No, it's not, but it's a learning curve.
Yeah.
And so what you have to do is take that disability and not let that rule you.
Okay.
And you have to still think spiritually,
Yes.
It's about allowing your intellect and your spirit to work together.
Yes.
And so, yeah, it definitely didn't hold me back from pursuing careers in other fields.
Sure.
But however, my spiritual awakening came at an early age, and I kept kind of simultaneously working, with that on a different level.
Okay.
But kept moving on with my career, my education, and moving forward.
And you did some work in the corporate field too. I don't have it in front of me.
Yes.
Tell us about one incident maybe in the corporate field and how that was for someone like you that's a psychic. You could probably see all kinds of things.
It was tough. I used to work for Caterpillar and Ford Tractors and Max Factor and Business Week. So
wow,
had
Max Factor.
Yes, I did.
Bring them back to me.
I know.
All their great stuff.
And it used to be progressively harder and harder for me to shake hands with people. Because every time I would shake hands with them, I would see images of what was going on.
Okay.
Just like this previous caller mentioned that he had health issues and was in dialysis, and coincidentally, so is my husband right now. So it's interesting, but I wouldn't want to shake hands anymore because I'd be at corporate meetings and you're there presenting your product and working and everything else. And then when you shake someone's hand, you want to tell them, oh my God, you've got some health issues, or you saw that he was cheating on his wife, or he made someone pregnant, or
and
the fun gossip stuff. But it wasn't. It was reality. So back in the early 80s, I started doing namaste to people at work.
So
and I'd say,
doing this
just this, just keeping my energy here.
Yeah,
and
let me just butt in here.
Yes.
That's a good idea. If someone comes up and you're not sure about a lot
shaking hands with them,
you can do this.
Absolutely. That just says
you don't have to be Howie Mandel.
No.
Okay.
Oh, does he do that?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, I think he's germaphobe, right?
Germaphobe. If you are, but if anyone is, this is
absolutely.
A good way to do it.
Namaste. You're welcoming them. That's it. And so I started doing that, and then Krishna upped it for me. I would look at someone in their eyes and gaze into their eyes, and I would be getting visions then,
Wow.
Exactly. So I couldn't look at people in their eyes, wouldn't shake hands, and I said, all right, this is my calling, I get it. I'm only supposed to do this,
Okay.
So then that's what I said, all right, that's it.
So that's what you're doing.
Yes.
Wow.
So I allowed my psychic ability to govern my life.
So when did you decide to just leave the corporate world and go into this full time?
Yes.
Now we know that Usha came from India over here, which was just unthinkable, right?
For my family to have married someone else outside the
yes,
community
to
was
an American.
absolutely unthinkable.
Yes.
Yes, to an American.
Yes, and
I
you're
was
here.
definitely the black sheep of the